collection with that Indian inspiration. This is another just spectacular piece featuring some rare, unique stones and labradorite, one of my personal favorites. We originally offered this 29-inch tassel necklace at $129.90. It's special sale price at $59.90 and 4 or 5 monthly flex payments. So the entire necklace, it's 29 inches in length, and you have a large lobster claw clasp at the very top, so it's about 30 inches. It's all about the tassel. It's all about that elongated, wide look in over-the-head necklaces that you're seeing on all the runways. I mean, it's one of the most important fashion elements that we saw in our fashions for 2017, and in every jewelry collection, there's been some type of version of that tassel design, elongated pendant and necklace. But you also have blue chalcedony. There's a color-enhanced natural blue chalcedony in here in a free-form shape. That's a 13.5 by 5 millimeter. There's natural amethyst and a free-form labradorite. So this is another great example. My goodness, at a special clearance price, it's 50% off. Any one of those natural stones that are highlighted at the top there by themselves would be a great value at $40 on their own, especially that labradorite and the entire necklace that is made up of color-changing, beautiful labradorite, which is extremely expensive to do, and then individually hand-knotted in between, and then that 24 karat gold, that look, which gives you that really rich, high patina feel that you don't traditionally see. And we are gonna have a matching ring to finish off the, it's beautiful labradorite, to finish off the collection. So that's labradorite at the top. Then the second stone is going to be your chalcedony, enhanced chalcedony, and it looks like there's a really high blue. It's like a beautiful royal